Yo! It's the Pop Culture Hour. I'm your host, Johnny. And with me from Queens, New York, born and raised, how many days has it been, Michael?
Wow. Like 7.5 months or something.
Awesome.
Something like that.
Awesome. And this is, speaking of numbers, this is podcast number 21 for those of you keeping track at home.
Wow, 21?
21.
Shit.
It should be more like close to 50, but we're every other week, and then we miss a week. So it's every 2 to 3 weeks. But it's cool. I like it.
We also passed our 5-year anniversary of recording a few weeks back. I thought about that the other day.
Yeah, March 20-something, 2016.
That's 5 years. That's a half a decade.
That's a long time. That's a lot. That's a lot of Rogue One. So shout out to Rogue One listeners who came with us to Pop Culture Hour.
Shout out to Hawes.
Shout out to Hawsy Hawes. Hawes is on his way to 300 with Blue Harvest.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think if we combined Rogue One and Pop Culture Hour, we're nowhere near 300, but it's probably around
250.
Close. Yeah, I think close to 250. I can't remember where we left off at Rogue One. It was
224 or some shit.
Was it?
Something like that. I can look
closer.
back,
Yeah, closer to 50 than I thought.
Yeah.
Closer to 50 than I thought. All right, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Come a long way. Definitely didn't get better at it.
No.
Actually, I got yelled at by Fernando.
Why?
For the cold opening. Because I'm too lazy to figure out how to add the music and whatnot.
Oh, I love his passion that he cares that much. So
he does. He listens to every episode. Shout out to Fernando.
Miss
Love
you, bro.
him. He last time I talked to him, he was asking about you, and we were talking about how proud we are of you.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him, man.
Reach out.
Yeah, I will. In my drunk summer of the pandemic, I kind of didn't speak to a lot of people, so I don't really know where everybody's at with me still. So I will. I love Fernando.
All I can tell you is that he asked about you, and he was very proud of you when I told him all about you.
Nice. That's cool. I'm sure he's doing great. I'll hit him up.
Yeah, he recently overpaid for a Optimus Prime. He didn't get the transforming one, but just a statue. And he said he texted me, he had instant buyer's remorse.
Oh, yeah. It's tough, man. There's so many, the market is kind of saturated right now, but everything is inflated. So it's I've never seen so much supply out there with prices being so high. Halls and I were talking about it, actually. We were texting about video games, and I was like, bro, all my video games are forget Bitcoin and Dogecoin and GameStop stock. My video game collection is up over 100% in value. And he's like, dude, it's not going to last. Actually, I don't know if it was Hawes who said that to me. That's not going to last. But I know he said that action figures are just ridiculously overpriced right now and valued very high because of the pandemic got a lot more people involved in the collecting scene. And also inflation just kind of went through the roof, whether that was through stimulus checks or what, but have you noticed this? Everything is up.
Yeah. Thank God I finished my Star Wars collection last year. It went up a lot.
Right.
I was here, for example, a complete Chewbacca, which is a very common Star Wars figure, used to go for $18 to $22. Now, good luck getting it $35 to $40. Almost doubled.
Yeah.
I used to pay $12 when I first started, army building Chewbaccas. I used to spend $5 to $10 for an incomplete Chewbacca and $12 to $15 with his little weapon.
Yeah.
Now it's 35.
How much is that vinyl cape Jawa now?
I don't even know. Minimum like 26, 28.
That's crazy. So I have this thing that I was talking to a bunch of people, and everyone's kind of telling me the same thing when I bring it up, is like the bubble's got to burst. Like the inflation collector bubble's got to burst with these prices. But I kind of hope they do in a way, because I can't really afford the prices with the vintage stuff what they're at now. Like if I want any G1 figures for Transformers or any of my retro video game stuff, like I just can't afford it. It's insane.
Nah, it's stupid. Like I don't even know where to begin. Like I wish I had more doubles, because
Yeah.
I would take advantage of it. But I don't even have like that Star Wars shit got so expensive. I don't even have doubles.
Yeah. I mean,
And you don't even want to know what I'm like looking at right now.
what are you looking at? I do want to know.
Yeah, it's related. So did you ever see the show Warrior on HBO Max?
Yeah. I love that show.
Okay, yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with the show. 2 seasons. I binged it in like 2 days almost. Probably closer to a week, but like just ran through just loved it to death. And Assam, the lead of that show, I forget his name.
Joe Taslim?
No, that's the guy playing Sub-Zero
Oh.
in Mortal Kombat, which we're obviously talking about tonight.
Right.
He's like the bad guy.
Okay.
Joe Taslim is like one of the bad guys in that show. But the hero of the show, the quote unquote warrior, the character name is Assam, and he is playing Storm Shadow in the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, Storm Shadow was always my favorite character because the ninjas were the coolest, and I always thought a white ninja, like white meaning outfit, was way cooler than your average black ninja, meaning black outfit, because every ninja we saw growing up in cartoons and shows always had like the black outfit. So and white is one of my favorite colors, and in clothing wise, which sucks for Sabrina because I wear a lot of white and get shit dirty.
Yeah.
But I was always drawn to him, and now I learned that he's playing my favorite G.I. Joe character.
Nice.
Him and Cobra Commander were my favorite, but like Cobra Commander, like much like Skeletor, always kind of teetered on cheesy. You know what I mean? Destro, I always liked his shiny face, but Storm Shadow's up there too. And now Storm Shadow probably jumps Cobra Commander and Destro because I love the actor playing him. So just like a real quick recap of Warrior, which I highly recommend to anyone listening. It's 1870-ish San Francisco, and rival Chinese gangs are fighting over control of the opium drug trade. And that's the gist of the show. It's exciting just at that, but then throw in a crooked American San Francisco mayor, throw in other politics and other stuff, and it's just balls to the wall, action galore, drama galore, riveting. Season 2 like introduced kind of like the Irish mob / working man's party, like almost like the birth of unions, if you will. I mean, I can't, as a historian, history nerd, action nerd, I mean, this show was everything for me, and I can't talk about it enough. I recommended it to I recommended it to everybody. I texted, speaking of Hawes, I texted Hawes about it, and he was like, "Yeah, buddy, like I'll try it out." And needless to say, I checked in with him yesterday or 2 days ago, and he's already on the second episode of season 2.
Nice.
So within a week, he finished season 1, and it's a good like hour-long episode per, and 10 episodes per season. So he put in 12 hours in a week to one
Yeah.
show. So and Jesse's involved in it too. She likes it too. She even liked that shit before Hawes, because her cat was named Jet Li, and I always assumed like Hawes named the cat, but like nah, dude. Jessie has her own like love affair with the action world, even pre-Hawes. So
Nice.
because she named the cat Jet Li before she knew Hawes. So like Jet Li came with Jesse. I always thought they kind of got the cat together.
Yeah. I saw the first season. I saw half of the first season, and then I got caught up with something else. So I got to go back. But I remember like, him coming in and then having to work for like the one Chinese family gangster, and like he was gonna fight for him. And then I remember like the brothel and like all the hot Asian chicks. And then he becomes best friends with like he was friends with like the son of like the bad gangster
Yeah,
guy.
Young June.
Yeah, and Young Jun is like he's like a clown. At least the episodes that I saw. But I got to go back to
Right.
it though.
He starts off as a clown.
Right. Oh, and then he gets big time probably.
Yep. And the madam of the brothel,
Yeah.
like she's more than a madam too. Like the show has so many leathers.
Layers. Yeah.
Layer. Thank you. It's
And
just
Assam
amazing.
is like looking for his chick, right? Because she went there first. So
He's
because like
looking for a woman. We'll leave it at
okay,
that.
okay,
I don't want you
yeah,
to assume it's a girlfriend, wife, or whatever. Could be anything.
right. I gotta get back to that. Maybe I will this week. That's a good call.
Oh
Um,
yeah, very excited. And they're coming out with season 3. So there's
nice.
more. I mean, it's. I think they just got greenlit, so we're like 2 years away probably. But
Yeah.
and then right now, I gotta find this guy's name. Right now, Assam, the leader, or the lead of the show, is filming a film called Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm not the only one who thinks this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
So his big things are happening for my man,
Yeah.
and
I've
he's
been
like,
really into.
and he's
Go ahead.
British, which is weird when you hear
Oh,
him
that's
talk.
weird.
Yeah.
He looks Chinese, kind of,
Well,
or
I
like
mean,
half.
he's definitely Asian, but
Yeah.
he must have been born and raised in England, because
Right.
he's got a British accent like during the post episodic interviews,
Right.
post episode interviews.
Yeah, them
So
British actors, man, are taking over. British and Australian actors are like taking over, man. I feel like every interview, I'm like, holy shit, this guy like has an accent. Like every
yeah,
interview I see of these new actors.
well, I mean, it's like a whole continent, like
Right.
especially like you're
Yeah.
talking about like a handful of actors that came out of a continent. Like if you look at it like that, then like 90, then it's weird that of all the continents, and I believe there's 7,
Mm.
90% of the actors come from this one continent. So,
Yeah.
it's probably, you know, probably not enough Australian actors, Asian actors, uh, English actors in, quote unquote Hollywood.
Yeah. You ever see Banshee? It's a Cinemax show.
No, but it's from these creators, or one of the guys is from that show.
Yeah, you got to watch Banshee. I was gonna tell you. I think we talked about this online, like comments and shit. But Banshee's one of my favorite shows. And Homelander from The Boys is like the main protagonist. His name is
Hmm.
Lucas Hood. Um, and he's like a ex diamond thief, and he goes to like lay low in this like small town in like a Amish country in Pennsylvania, I think. And like shit gets crazy. But it's definitely up there with like if you like this show, I feel like it's something you would really really dig into.
Yeah. Do you know where I can get it right now? Is it on Netflix or?
I feel like it should be on HBO Max, but if it's not, you may have to do like a trial for cinema. You're gonna bang like you won't stop watching it. I bet like you could do
I'll
like a
find it.
trial. Yeah, it's probably on Cinemax, but if you don't have Cinemax, you may be able to find it on HBO Max. But I'll do some digging for you too.
All right. Cool.
Um, yeah, no, I was just gonna say I've been into like I guess it was because of the hype build up to the Mortal Kombat film, but I've been into like a lot of martial arts movies and shows. Like I banged out all 4 of those Ip Man movies. You know our boy Donnie Yen.
IP.
IP.
I also pee.
I pee already.
Yes.
Well, they call him. It's because it's in Chinese with subtitles, and they call him Ip Man. Like, but maybe in
Oh.
English it's IP. But it's
Oh, you might be right. I always said
Yeah.
IP.
Yeah, me too. Until I saw it, and they're like, it's Ip Man. So, Ip Man, IP Man, those are awesome. Like great fight choreography, fantastic action, good story. I think the acting's pretty good. And then I've been watching a lot of anime on Netflix. Actually, there's a bunch of like mixed martial arts anime shows. One is called Kengan Ashura, which is really, really good. Matter of fact, the fight scenes in that is like would be great for any MMA fan to check out. Highly recommend it. And another one is called Baki, Baki, which I'm on season 2 now. I think there's 3 seasons. And they're like your basic anime, like bunch of crazy fighters, like fighting to see who the strongest is with like their own subplot goals. But yeah, I've been into like a lot of mixed martial arts watching lately, but not actual mixed martial arts like UFC or anything.
I haven't found my next thing yet, but I'm gonna try Banshee.
Gotta try Banshee. I still don't. I haven't given up hope that you'll give The Witcher another shot, but I'd probably just wait for season 2. I mean, it's so good.
It's tough, man. When I give something a shot and then it doesn't like keep me going, it's hard for me to like, oh, give it a second chance. You know, it's tough. But like, you know, and Heather makes fun of me all the time.
It's such a good show. I mean, I don't know if you had to be a fan of the books or of the game before you watch it, but like the action's good. It's got that like medieval drawing similar to, well, it's more fantasy medieval than Game of Thrones, but it definitely has decent story, great characters, hot chicks. I don't know. I just feel like you'd appreciate it, but maybe I'll wait till season 2 comes out to start bugging you about it again.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just gotta run its course. Like, I just gotta run back to it. Maybe like after season 2 and I can binge season 1 and 2, it might be worth it.
Right.
But it takes so much for me to like get into a show. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, it just does.
I feel like our standards just got really high with all the great content we've had the past 5 years.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I think that's it. But I watched nothing. Like,
right.
I mean, I watched, what did I watch today with Sabrina? Mark Wahlberg has a new show on HBO Max called like Wall Street. And it's just all about his like, it's like a reality TV show about his like business ventures, not just Wahlburgers, but like his other 9 businesses. And
Jesus.
like, yeah, he's a very interesting guy. But
I mean, a reality show about like a famous rich person getting more famous and more rich. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I'm watching and loving.
Yeah.
I mean he definitely has his like ups and like I've only watched 2 out of the 6 or 7 episodes, but like you know it's interesting because it's not like all like this is a success. This is a success. Like he's struggling with it, you know, and he has a clothing line and he like basically told them like this is terrible. Start from scratch and redo it.
Wow.
Like on the show. And like he didn't even take it in his room. Like he opened the box in like what looked like a hallway of a hotel. And he like went through it and he's like, I don't like any of it. He's like, have them redo it. And I was like, damn.
Drop the hammer.
Yeah. And then one of his Wahlberg restaurants are like failing in London. And this is all before COVID. Like they keep putting the date because you know like the COVID hit's gonna come soon, and it's like January 2020.
Yeah.
And like he's filming a movie in London with Anthony Fuqua called Infinity, and he has like a samurai sword on his back on a motorcycle. So we'll see what that's about.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I always enjoy his movies. Like they're mindless. Lately they've been like just mindless fun.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to show up in like a Fast and the Furious movie as like another of one of Dom's evil twin brothers or something.
We'll have to save this for when Emily's here, since she's the expert. But like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
I mean,
just
I was good with like up to 7. Like Paul Walker drives away, Vin Diesel drives away. It's perfect. Like rest in peace, Paul Walker. But like 8 and now 9 and then 10 is coming. It's like,
And-
yeah, I know, flying cars in space. I mean, it's crazy. We'll save it for M.
Yeah. All right. So what we can't say for M, but she did text us her opinion, is
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun.
Test
So
your might.
this is you. So let her rip, Tater Chip.
I mean, I'll start off by saying that I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. I watched it twice. It was better the second time when I could digest it.
Really?
Like, yeah, yeah. I think the first time I watched something that I'm super hyped for, like, I take it in so quickly, and then I'm like, okay, what's next? Okay, I got that. What's next? Okay, like I'm constantly anticipating the next big wow moment. And then the second time, I could sit back and like really ingest the dialogue better and watch, like, get all the little details in the fight scenes and stuff. Um, Look, the movie's not perfect. Okay, a movie based on a video game fighting series should have all the elements you love about the franchise in it, and it had it for me. It had great fight scenes, great action, awesome costume, fatalities in it, special moves in it, Easter eggs to the game, dialogue that only the hardcore would understand, humor. Thank God for Kano's humor, by the way. Saves a bunch of scenes.
Make yourself at home.
Yeah, I have. Oh, by the way, your beer's shit, and you're almost out of it.
Says champions used to train there for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No one knows where it is.
Well, I do now. Excuse me.
Where is it?
You got a pen? You want to write this down? Get fucked.
Doesn't take itself too seriously. I thought it was the perfect runtime. I didn't think it was too short. I didn't think it was too long. I thought the choreography was great, thanks to Sub-Zero and Scorpion, two great mixed martial artists, and also stunt guys in martial arts action films for quite a while. We mentioned Joe Taslim. Hanzo Hisashi, Scorpion's character, I forget the actor's name, but like he's been in a ton of shit. Like I watched behind the scenes and they were going through all the movies that dude's been in. I could see the problem that a lot of people are having with the pacing, the acting, Cole Young's character, Sonya Blade's acting, whoever that actress is. I'm just really bad with names right now. But all in all, I had fun. It's a fucking Mortal Kombat movie. Like, people are like ripping it apart, saying like the acting was bad, or like the story doesn't make any sense because that's not how it went down in like canon for like the game. It's a fucking Mortal Kombat movie.
I liked it.
I didn't already see it. I'm a kid. Poop.
I saw Kano ripped a heart out. Sub-Zero froze the shit out of people. Fucking ripped off limbs. Fucking Scorpion fucking got people over there with his fucking garden hose thing or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was badass. Now, do I have some issues? Yes. Like, even after saying all that, do I have other issues? Yeah, I thought the Goro fight was too short. I thought Goro didn't have enough dialogue. I thought Liu Kang was a bitch. I thought Liu Kang's little fireball was like he was throwing like a lighter fluid at somebody. Kung Lao, badass. Kung Lao was perfect. I thought the casting was perfect. His fight scenes were awesome when he cuts Natara in half with the hat. Come on, bro. That shit was sick.
That was really the only gory fatality, right?
Well, no. Kano pulls the heart out of Reptile.
Yeah, but it was like a CGI reptile. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, we did have the blood icicle into Scorpion. We had I guess Cabal versus Liu Kang wasn't really bloody. Cole Young gets fucked up a lot, so he was pretty bloody, like beaten up. And then you had the pyrotechnics on Sub-Zero at the end to get crisp. But yeah, I guess you're right. There wasn't as much blood as I thought there was going to be. I really dug how Sonya got her powers from Kano. The fight with who the fuck was that fight? What's his name? The guy with the hammer. I always forget that guy's name because he's like a more recent character. The big dude with the hammer.
Oh yeah,
who Jax
fights. That guy was terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked at.
He was a super lame character.
Super lame, and he also didn't look like the video game version of him. He looked the least like his video game version. It was kind of weird, but I let that slide. But even that fight with that fight versus him versus Jax, it was a brutal fight, but I feel like it could have been, I don't know, a little more violent. Meaning in terms of the gore, that's where they should have had some. Wait, no, that was bloody, dude. Jax fucking takes his head out.
Finish him.
Jax fucking, remember? He fucking takes the head out.
Oh yeah.
So that was like a Jax fatality. And then listen, the best part of the film, the first 12 minutes and the last 12 minutes. I thought we were gonna see a Shang Tsung fight versus Liu Kang in this film. That wasn't the case. We didn't see Shang Tsung fight at all. We just saw him suck a soul out of Kung Lao, which was cool. But we've seen that already before, especially even in the original Mortal Kombat film. A lot of people, which I didn't think would do, are comparing it to the '95 film. Like I thought they would take it as like because that was so long ago and the special effects are so bad. Even the acting in that film is not good. Besides Robin Shou and the guy who plays Shang Tsung, besides those two, like the acting by every other character in that film was just not even acting. It was like they were reading off a fucking teleprompter. And people are literally comparing the acting in that film to the acting in this movie, saying the acting was better in '95, which I cannot agree with.
I will. I'll do a little back and forth with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So then, what year was it? '95.
Yeah, that was fucking what, 21 years ago.
All right. So the '95 Shang Tsung.
26. Yeah.
The 90s, whatever, 96, 95 Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Way better than this Shang Tsung. Way better. This Shang Tsung was a joke, dude. The Sub-Zero for this one, the 21 Sub-Zero, way better, obviously.
Yeah.
The 21's Scorpion, way better, obviously. I'll say Kano obviously was better in 21.
Yeah.
Kano was even better than Johnny Cage in '95, who was like the comedic relief. So Kano obviously took the places of Kano comedic relief.
Yeah.
In this movie. But dude, the Liu Kang, the '96 Liu Kang was way better than the 21 Liu Kang.
Much better.
21 Liu Kang sucked. You disagree?
Sucked. No, 100% agree with you. Yeah, I said it earlier. I was like, Liu Kang was like, he was a
dick.
He was way too skinny to be Liu Kang. Okay, I know Liu Kang needs the Bruce Lee build, the wiry vascularity, like lean and mean. Robin Shou was lean and mean, but he had some size to him. Like Liu Kang needs some size. This dude was tiny, and like his fireball move sucked, and like even like the dragon fatality wasn't great. I don't know. He just wasn't a badass. He looked like a wimp.
No, he was bad. And then Sonya Blade in 21 is probably better actor. But like they both suck. Oh, the 21 Jax way better than the 95 Jax. Dude, that 95 Jax was so bad. Like
that was 96 Jax. Yeah, that was Annihilation.
It's terrible. Like I feel like finding him on social media and just be like, hey dude, like you were terrible. I hope you're not acting anymore.
He was pretty bad.
No, I would never do that, but he was bad. Like he was terrible.
Yeah. So like all in all, I think we've got more pros to 21 than 95. Like
but the two most important players, Shang Tsung and Liu Kang, were terrible.
Yeah.
Dude, that Shang Tsung was garbage, dude. You should have taken the actor who played Scorpion and made him Shang Tsung.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
I
just
agree.
put someone else as Scorpion. Like,
Right.
that dude would have played a killer Shang Tsung.
Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I think we agree on all points there. Another thing is you got to take into account that the 95 movie was tournament based. This was pre-tournament. Shang Tsung pulling hacks to fucking infiltrate Earthrealm.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Like, there was no tournament.
No
It
tournament.
was just like people like cheating, trying to beat people up before the tournament.
Yeah. Which I appreciate because now we can get Johnny Cage involved and then have a real tournament, which I think is going to happen.
Will we, though?
I mean, it did 22.5 million as of me talking. So this is Sunday night, the 24th, right? Today's the 24th, the 25th. It did 22 million in the box office. I think that's domestic. I don't think it's global. So far it's a win. It beat out the Demon Slayer anime film that was supposed to projected to beat it, which has a huge following, matter of fact. But if it can have a good second weekend and then have some longevity to it, I think it could do okay. Like, people are starting to go to the theater, man. And not everybody has HBO Max. So I think if it does close to 100 million in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think we could see a sequel. Because they have plans to make 4 more of these, bro. They have plans to make 5 movies.
Well, did Sub-Zero die?
He did, but I don't want to spoil it for you or anybody else, but in the video game canon,
yeah, it's like his brother or some shit.
His brother comes back, but also similar to Scorpion, he can go to the Netherrealm, and Quan Chi, who you saw in Scorpion's Revenge, who's like running shit for the devil down there, and for the other dude, forget his name, he could bring him back if he needs to fight for Netherrealm.
Right. All right. So
yeah,
we'll still have those 2 guys.
Yeah.
All right. So let's my short review of it. We kind of already like picked it apart.
Yeah.
My short review of it was I liked it, and Emily thought it was rad as hell too. It was definitely like fun, like Godzilla versus Kong. I got out of it what I wanted.
Yeah.
But then, like, when it was over, all I kept thinking was, it could have been better.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been a better story. It could have been a better film. Like, I really feel like, and I don't say this often, I really feel I could have wrote it better. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel the story is there and they're just missing it. Like, there's a good tale to tell and they keep fucking it up. And they should have just told the story through Liu Kang's eyes and made him the hero. This Cole Young dude was garbage. And what was his fucking spirit animal power?
No,
armor?
he had armor.
And 2 knives, like Baraka?
They weren't knives. He had the sticks that the police officers have.
Yeah, and there was a knife at the other end.
Oh, there was a knife on one side.
Did I pop that out for you? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
did that happen? Sorry.
Yeah. He had the knife on the one end, but
that was terrible.
I told you he was going to be blood related to one of the 2 of them, to either Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
Scorpion, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, how about Kano? He's like, I got laser at my eye. Okay. All right.
Dude, his one-liners, like, made the movie. I don't have them memorized, but, like, the laser, he's like, I knew I would get mine before yours.
He was, because he was the one grounded in reality. Like, he was the one looking around like, why the fuck are there wizards and shit, like, throwing, like, magical fireballs at me? Like, what the hell is this? Like, and that's what Johnny Cage should have been. But now we're going to have to, like, Kano kind of stole his thunder because we've already lived through that. So now we're going to watch Johnny Cage do the whole, like, did he just turn into a dragon? Like, what is this shit? Like, this isn't real. You know, that's what Johnny Cage was for.
Especially that this 95% of this took place on Earthrealm, on Earth. The second one will probably go to Outworld, and like that's where you're gonna get a lot of that Johnny Cage humor. That's probably even more so in unbelievable circumstances based on the environment. But like you're right, it's already been done. So now you're gonna get even more of that from another character. It's gonna kind of just get like what's the word? Yeah, or redundant, exactly. So maybe they can find a creative way to do that. But I did appreciate the open-ended thing at the end where they're like gonna find more warriors, and then you see Cage's poster and shit.
Yeah, a little teaser.
I was hoping they'd show his face and like some actor that we love. You
Yeah,
know,
I want to see like Keanu Reeves get cast as like Johnny Cage.
that would be awesome.
That would be awesome because he's basically fucking like Johnny Cage Wick right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's also really good. He plays that role in Cyberpunk, the video game too. Like to have
Oh,
that
yeah.
cockiness be really cool.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, did Goro look like fucking?
He looked like 95 Goro.
He looked like 95 Goro, but like more green. He almost looked like those new bad Ninja Turtle movies.
He did have like the Hulk face going on. Like he was terrible.
Yeah, what the fuck? He took Goro out in one scene? I thought Goro was gonna like fuck shit up and come back for the next one.
Who else did they kill that they shouldn't have? Goro and Luke
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao.
Lao's dead.
He was definitely like besides Kano, Kung Lao was probably well, Sub-Zero was good too. Sub-Zero was better than Scorpion.
I
What do you
agree.
think?
I do. I agree. I think Sub-Zero
was.
was the best fighter, best funnest to watch.
He was, and like whenever he showed up, you were like, "Oh shit, you're fucked."
Yeah. Yeah, much more than Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung was like a fucking loser.
Dude, they gotta recast him. He
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah.
And
You know
like,
what? Go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
again, like I'm not trying to like the show The Warrior. Like you could have cast the whole Mortal Kombat just from that show and done 10 times a better job.
So this is Warner Brothers' problem, right? They don't go all in. So like this movie's was in pre-production for like 5 or 6 years, went through 2 directors, got the script rewritten 3 times with like what? I think the budget was like 70 or 80 million for this movie. I could be wrong, but it's not much cuz Warner Brothers is like it's like throwing your chips on a roulette table just to see if it hits, but it's like not enough to make you go broke, I guess, because they've been in turmoil with a lot of the other bigger franchises. So a creative director had to come in, do fan service, make this movie right for the fans and people wanting more, and also for new fans and the mainstream for it to become a hit, in order for Warner Brothers to then say, okay, this was successful, now we can put real money behind a sequel. So I think the movie got shafted by a lot in a lot of ways that it could have really succeeded with more budget, right? So meaning Warner Brothers cut corners once again because they weren't committed to the confidence. They didn't have confidence to commit to, I should say, behind this movie. And you could tell by how long it took them to make this movie and by the budget, right? And why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of those actors in Warrior, they're probably expensive, I would think. More so than a lot of these no-name actors we got in this movie, who were probably cheap as fuck, right? Like the money went to Joe Taslim. Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit. The money went to the Scorpion actor and went to Sub-Zero actor. Everybody else probably got paid shit. So that's why the acting wasn't great, in my opinion. And that's because of Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has this problem, bro. They don't want to fucking put their chips down on the big franchises because they're afraid they're not going to make their money back.
My biggest, besides like the casting, they missed on a lot of them. The story, like that script got written 3-4 times. Like,
yeah,
dude, I really feel like I can honestly have written a better script. And then like if let's say like something happens and I get to write the second one, I'd be like, nah, dude, like you fucked up. Like I want to restart the whole fucking thing. You know, or maybe it wouldn't be too hard because then you can write it from Liu Kang's perspective. You know, since they didn't do that, since they made up a character, and I don't mind making up a character, but he was terrible.
He wasn't great. He wasn't really believable with the whole family thing, and then like Raiden sent him to his family, and then you're supposed to realize that Raiden did that on purpose to awaken his arcana.
We
like
forgot
his power.
Raiden.
We forgot Raiden.
Well, the 95 Raiden, although should have been Asian, was a better actor, obviously, than this Raiden.
I love Christopher Lambert. I'm a big Highlander guy, too.
I know,
But,
me too. But like, you're like, wow, you should have been Asian. It's kind of
yeah,
fucked up. He was American,
right.
but actor to actor, he was the better actor. And
Yeah.
they wasted Raiden in this movie.
Yeah, it was just kind of bland. It was just kind of like
Yeah.
he was just calling it in.
And
Like,
the eyes always lit up was stupid. They should just be lit up when he's using his power.
agreed. Yeah.
But he
But
was terrible.
and like his voice was like the same at like the same level. Like every line he said was exactly the same. There was no what I mean by that, it was there was no emotion behind if he was, angry or pissed off or happy. Like you can't really tell. Like and there was his face like barely changed. I think he smiled once,
Yeah, terrible.
which was weird. All of this aside, I fucking enjoyed it. Like all this bullshit. You know why? Because it's not Star Wars. It's fucking Mortal Kombat. And we got the guy yelling Mortal Kombat. We got fatalities. We saw people get frozen. We saw people get stabbed. We saw fucking limbs get blown up. We saw We saw organs come out of people's bodies. Heads get smashed. Fucking the Australian bad guy did what he was supposed to do. And yeah, like whatever. I didn't need I to go against not go against, but for devil's advocate's sake, I didn't need to see Liu Kang run this show because we've seen it time and time and time again. So like that's only gonna bother me so much, you know? Maybe the guy could fucking I don't know, lift some weights before the second movie too. Jesus.
Yeah, I would recast half that film, starting with Shang Tsung. You need Shang Tsung to be a powerful actor. That guy was terrible.
I wish the old actor was young enough to do it. Like he's really old now. That I saw where the 95 actors are now, like social media video, and like he's like really old. He's playing like old men and shit. And like
Aw.
yeah,
Well, if you finished watching The Warrior, the guy who plays young June's father
yeah.
would have been a great Shang Tsung.
Oh yeah, he's badass. He's the one who got mad because Assam didn't bow to him and shit. He's
Right.
like,
Him.
you bless the ground I walk on and shit. He was saying, yeah.
Or if you want to go younger, do you know who Wong is in that show, The Warrior? The guy who finds the main lead off the boat right away. He's like the
Oh
first
yeah.
guy you meet. He would have
Yep.
been a good Shang Tsung too, but he would have been like a younger guy.
Yeah, I think he fucked up. No, he was there when
No, he's not a fighter.
No, he was there though when like the cops, the Irish cops, got fucked up making fun of like calling like racial slurs off the
Yes.
boat.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one who said, "Oh, you can fight, follow me."
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he would have been. He really does his thing in the show, like late in the second season.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I know it's just recency bias, but you can cast that whole fucking all four movies just from the show Warrior. That's how great Warrior is.
I bet they will as they if they do the sequel and we have more characters, they'll probably use some of those actors because they've got one already. So, and like you
Yeah.
said, like that's like the best pick of the litters over there. So
Yeah, it was a good show.
yeah.
Oh man, already 10 o'clock on a school night.
Listen, I didn't watch Winter Soldier, and it's mainly because a couple weeks ago I told you guys I was kind of falling off. I haven't seen the last two actually. It's just not. I don't know. It's not.
It's not grabbing you.
It didn't catch me, bro. And I said that a couple weeks ago. And I was like, maybe it will, maybe it will. It hasn't caught me. It really hasn't. And I feel bad that it didn't. I wanted to really enjoy it. But I will give it a finish. I just want to let you know so we can maybe wait
All right, so
for Emily to kind of talk about it.
Yeah, we might as well wait.
Yeah.
All right. So what else? What else can we talk about?
I don't know, man. I know you're not excited for this, but the Bad Batch is coming in 2 weeks. I think May the 4th, which is coming up, by the way.
I am definitely not excited about it, but go ahead, tell us about it. Talk about it.
No, I don't really have any news about it. Just the fact that it's coming, and we're gonna get to follow these guys on Camino into their training and then into Order 66 and stuff. I'm kind of psyched. I really like the Bad Batch episodes we got in season 5 of Clone Wars. So with that, and I've also been playing Republic Commando on my Nintendo Switch, which was an old like prequels video game that came out came out in what, 2005, I think. Game's awesome, very underrated. They re-released it in HD on the Switch, PS4, and Xbox. I think you can also get it on Steam on PC. It's called Republic Commando. That's like the closest thing to like the Bad Batch crew in a video game form. It's really good. Actually, you would actually like that game. It's actually pretty good. But no, I'm psyched. We got a new Star Wars show. Oh, there is some Star Wars news. The actress who plays Fennec posted on Instagram, and she's remodeling her house. I guess she's like in her attic or some shit. And she was like, between the remodel and filming for Book of Boba Fett, I've been so busy, but like I'm grateful to come home and like be part of this remodel, yada yada. So Book of Boba Fett filming is going on like right now as we get this episode out, which I think is exciting because we know that Obi-Wan is filming. There's been multiple reports that I would definitely believe, especially from our buddies Corey and Noah. Steele also had some news that they're filming Obi-Wan, and then I believe they're starting to film the one you could care less about, the Cassian Andor one. And
no, I'm gonna watch it. I didn't love Rogue One, but I'm gonna get into this show.
Yeah, no, I know that like he's your least favorite character. We've went over this 1,000 times the past 4 years.
Because he killed a guy in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Hard to root for.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're gonna see why he had that. He chose to make those decisions so quickly. Maybe we're gonna get his backstory because this is before, obviously. Obviously, it's before Rogue One because it wouldn't make sense if it was after. So we got 3. My point is, we got 3 Star Wars shows filming right now, and not one of them is The Mandalorian, which means that like we're about to like go back to, in a few months, we're about to go back to like a blitz. Like the way Marvel is rolling out right now, that's going to be 2022, and that's going to be fucking awesome. So that's getting me excited that we have a new Star Wars show that's going to drop in 2 weeks. Yes, it's animated, but at the same time, we've got at least 3 that we know of that are currently filming right now in Pinewood, Los Angeles, and most probably some stuff somewhere else too that we don't even know about, like on location and stuff. So just to go back to Star Wars again, that gets me excited. I don't know if it gets you excited, but that Star Wars is alive, it's breathing, Yeah,
I'm very excited for the Obi-Wan show. I'm going to watch the Cassian Andor show, and I can easily fall in love, because of all the original trilogy species and characters they can pull into that show. Bad Batch, I'm probably not even gonna watch. Gotta be honest with you. Obviously, the Book of Boba Fett, I'm excited about just where they go with it. Like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? What's going to be the story arc of that series? Obviously, I'm all in with The Mandalorian. Love that. Looking forward to, like, the Marvel stuff still coming. The What If series, which is, like, animated, is going to be really cool. Loki is up next, I believe, which starts in a couple weeks. And a couple other Marvel shows still coming out. So it's an exciting time to like have Disney Plus, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I really like getting into a show and then 2 weeks later a new show starts that I'm gonna like, and then 2 weeks later a new show starts that I'm gonna like. And I didn't really like WandaVision, but like I still watched it and it was still cool. Like, oh, today's Friday. Like I like waking up and go like, oh, today's Friday. Like me and the family would make a thing out of it. Like we order pizza, we eat pizza, then we all sit and watch it. Like that was the last 6 weeks with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. WandaVision, I was the only one in the family who watched it. But I'm looking forward to doing this with Loki and so on and so forth. Like it's really nice having it. Good job, Disney. Good job.
Do you think that you and the fam this summer would go back to the theater for anything, or is it just too easy now at home to watch what we need?
I
Plus
got,
the ticket
dude.
prices.
If it's on HBO Max, dude, like I'm staying home. Like I'm sorry. Like I love movie theaters, but dude, it's in my house. Like, and I spent a lot of fucking money on a new TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong. It's not those $10,000 TVs, but it's 75 inches in 4K.
Yeah.
Like that's a good enough reason to stay home for me. You know, so
Yeah.
I would if I had the option, I'm watching it at home. Maybe Dune. I'll watch in the theater because it's just epic and it's sci-fi. But like regular movies, I'm pretty sure I'll watch it at home if given the choice.
Yeah. Not even Spider-Man.
Nope, watch it at my house.
Yeah. Like, what else is coming out, bro? Like, theatrical wise. Like, when's Black Widow? Is that what's next?
Yeah, like I'm totally gonna watch that in my house if I have the chance.
Yeah, that for sure.
Like I'm really not excited about that.
I think that's the next Marvel theatrical release, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We should know this. It's just been a while. I know it. It's just been a while since I looked at it, so I like loses me for a minute.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Movies that matter. Well, there's a movie called Herself coming out with Claire Dune.
With who?
Claire Dune, not Dane. Claire Dune.
Oh, okay.
Wow. There's really oh, here we go. Outside the Wire with Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
He's got another movie out, I think, on Netflix called Synchronicity or something.
I don't know.
I think he's in that. I don't know. You guys can correct me, but I think he is. Just came out.
Oh, that movie was already released.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
What month are we in?
Still April, as of right now. It's like April 24th or 5th or something. I don't know what day it is. I never leave my house. I work from home.
Jesus, hold on. All right, here we go.
I got upcoming Marvel. But yeah,
All right.
Black Widow's next.
All right, go ahead. You go ahead.
So we got Black Widow in July, and then nothing in August. Actually, nothing in May or June for Marvel, just besides Loki. And then we get Black Widow in July, Shang-Chi, which we got a trailer of recently, and The Legend of the Ten Rings.
That looks amazing.
Looks really good. I agree. Also, I like that actor who's playing Shang-Chi. That's in September. And then in November, we get The Eternals. And then on a Star Wars date, December 17th, we're getting Spider-Man 3, No Way Home.
Sweet.
And that's it. So we're only getting four Marvel movies this year, and the big one's not till the end of the year. So we need Disney Plus shows to have us stretch those dark periods between films to keep the Marvel thunder going. And then by the time Spider-Man comes out, we should get Book of Boba Fett, and then Star Wars pops up. So like Disney's got this shit down, bro.
Snake Eyes, that movie I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, the G.I. Joe prequel.
Yeah, July 23rd. I'm gonna check that out.
Okay, Paramount. Where the fuck is our Top Gun sequel, bro?
Suicide Squad. Did you mention that? That's August 6th.
No, because I was only doing Marvel. Where's the Maverick movie? What happened to that?
They keep pushing it back. They want everyone in the theater for that.
No, he wants everyone in the theater for that.
Oh, Venom. Let There Be Carnage, September 24th.
Okay. No trailer yet for that, which is weird, I think. I feel like they would give us some type of teaser at least by now.
The Many Saints of Newark.
Ooh, Sopranos prequel.
Prequel, September 24th.
That shit's going to make money. Is that HBO Max or is that going straight to theater?
It doesn't say here.
Young Tony Soprano.
Eternals, Friday, November 5th. Ghostbusters Afterlife, November 11th.
I thought that was summer.
Oh, here we go. Top Gun Maverick, November 19th.
So it looks like we're gonna have a nice blockbuster fall and winter instead of summer this year.
The West Side Story.
No thanks.
Oh, when you're a jet, you're a jet all the way.
I've seen it already.
Matrix 4, December 22nd.
Yeah, dude, this winter's gonna be sick. Because of COVID, everything got pushed. It's just gonna all come out at once. Studios are gonna blow their load. Actually, because of competition, I bet you a bunch of that shit gets pushed into next year. Like a few of it.
Maybe. Morbius with Jared Leto.
I'm not a Jared Leto guy.
2022.
Is that a Marvel movie? Yeah, right?
Uncharted, starring Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, 2022. The Batman, 2022. Mission Impossible 7, Jurassic World. These are all 2022. Black Adam, 2022.
They really made another Jurassic World?
Yeah, dude. Now the dinosaurs are like freed in like New York.
Oh, okay.
It'll be like a little like Godzilla-esque throwback.
They should cross that over with Kong and Godzilla. Fuck it. Anyway, so that's what we got, right? What else we got? I got nothing.
That was a lot. Oh, you mean for the show?
Yeah, what do we got? I got
nothing. The big thing. All right, so let me give you my non-spoiler review real quick of Captain America, and then we'll wrap up.
All right.
So it delivered. It gave you the cheering moments. It gave you the action you wanted. It introduced a kind of a new character. Introduced a new villain. It definitely set up for the movies. And I think it's already been confirmed that there's going to be a Captain America 4 with obviously Anthony Mackie. And that'll be good. And there's going to be things that he has to fight inside and out of the government. You know, you're going to have your bad guy, then you're going to have bad guys kind of like working as double agents. And then you have the Skrull secret invasion. You don't know who's a Skrull and who's not. So like that bullshit. See, this is where, and I'm warning you, not you personally, Michael, but I'm warning everyone listening. I'm warning Marvel. This is where you can get cheesy. Like if you lean on, oh, it was a Skrull, and write your way out of everything and just say it was a Skrull, like impersonating somebody, it could get cheesy.
Imagine if Nick Fury really did die in what was it, Winter Soldier, when he's in the van and like he somehow finds a way into the sewer and escapes when they blow up the fucking van. Imagine it was a Skrull ever since Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Like something ridiculous like that.
It can get dumb. So they have to be very careful here. Like it's a cool thing, but when does it stop? See, at least with the X-Men and Mystique, like it was only one of her, you know, so she can only impersonate one person at a time. Now you're telling me that there's a bunch of them that can do it. Like, who's who? Yeah. And it can get cheesy. So they got to be careful here. I hope Kevin Feige's listening.
That's like super plot armor that you can have anybody be fake at any time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It can get bad.
Yeah, it makes the writers think less, honestly. Oh, just make that one a Skrull, and then we can get out of that easily.
Like, how do we write ourselves out of this one? It was a Skrull the entire time.
Yeah.
Bah. But I'm definitely looking forward to how they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Finally do it right. Not that the X-Men wasn't done right. For the most part, the X-Men was done well. But the Fantastic Four was never done correctly. Or it was just like a bad comic, and we only cherished it because it was like the first, you know?
Yeah, like Mr. Fantastic, like the Rubber Man thing.
Terrible power.
It's really hard to make that power cool.
Just terrible.
And
You
like,
can't make him cool.
and the Invisible Woman is like, okay, you're invisible now, and now you're not invisible. Johnny Storm's the only one that's dope. Like the
Oh,
Thing.
the Thing's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
It's like the Hulk.
He's cool. The thing is, like the Shield guy in the original movie was like corny. I don't know.
Right. Well, yeah, that whole, you can't blame, dude. Chris Evans was in that, and like,
No, Johnny Storm was cool. Like even in that, he was cool.
yeah, because he was like, he played it like the I don't give a shit ladies man thing.
Yeah.
But then he ended up being like Captain America, the hero that all other heroes like aspire to be. So it was the same actor. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like Michael Chiklis, that's his name. Let's not blame Michael Chiklis, but blame like the writer or the director then for that.
Yeah.
Because if, you know, I mean, look what Chris Evans did with 2 different roles. Like, you would never thought it was the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I hope they don't fuck it up. Mads Mikkelsen said that it was really awkward auditioning for a guy with rubber arms. Because, like, the scene or the line they gave him was, like, something to do with the action scene of having rubber arms or something. And, like, he was like, it was really, really awkward.
Oh, he auditioned for
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah. I don't know if he got it, but we know he auditioned for it because he was making fun of the audition and said it was awkward.
Are you sure you meant the other one?
I don't even think Mads Mikkelsen was auditioning for superhero movies back in, what, 2000?
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, they went younger for the last, so it wouldn't have been.
I'll find it.
It's possible. He's been around for a long time. And they
I
basically
thought it was a new one, but
they basically cast an unknown. Like the dude was in like Titanic for like a minute, and the next thing you know, he's Mr. Fantastic.
Right.
And then he was in King Arthur, Ian Gruffold or something. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah. I should get it in a sec. Mads Mikkelsen. Oh yeah, you're right. It was the original. My bad. But whatever. It's still funny. Yeah, he knew somebody and he's cast his first blah 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 couple. But I find it rude to ask people to come into a room and say one line while pretending you have 80-foot arms like a rubber man. Grab that cup of coffee over there. It's like, are you crazy? There's not even a scene here. It was kind of humiliating for me. Yes, that was back in 2003 was the audition for 2005's Fantastic Four, which was bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up then. But oh yeah, just to go back again, Falcon Winter Soldier delivered. It delivered. Like, I don't want to ruin anything for you. It was everything I wanted. The bad guys could have been a little worse, if you will. You know, because they definitely try to do the whole like, yes, this is a bad person, but they could be right in their own perspective. So it was like one of those kind of bad people things. And I'd rather just like, I just need an evil guy. You know, that's why the Indiana Jones movies work so well. Like, Hitler's like, no one's going to argue that Hitler's an evil guy. You know what I mean? So that's why like the Indiana Jones movies were just so pure in the fact that like everyone hates Nazis and that was always the bad guy. Like Hitler's trying to get the Ark, Hitler this, Hitler that. Like so it was got to get the cup before the Nazis, you know. So their bad guys were kind of like gray area bad guys. But it delivered, dude. Anthony Mackie, I've always been a fan. He can't rap though. A little 8 Mile throwback. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's a great rapper. But Anthony Mackie did great. Sebastian Stan did great. Loved Zemo. Hope they keep bringing him back. That was like he kind of stole the series. That was great. But yeah, they delivered. It was action packed. It had a lot more heart than I thought it would, especially that last episode, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I really liked it a lot, and I'm glad I watched it. And I'll probably like on a rainy, boring day, I'll probably like watch all 6 episodes in a row one day.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish it. Yeah, but I bet by the end of the last episode, I'll probably appreciate it a lot more because everyone's saying great things about the end.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so that's about it. So then maybe we'll do a show next weekend and do like another just short one. Get Emily and you caught up.
Cool.
Winter, and then just concentrate on that.
Sounds good to me, bro.
All right, brother. It was great seeing you, and I will talk to you soon.
Later.
Till the next one.